Hey, what's up? It's RC.Nelson with MattiBurns Creative Studio. How you guys doing today? See if I can adjust some of this volume a little bit. Maybe I do it at 70. Maybe there. Okay. Let me just check this. See if this is all running. Okay, so today I am doing something kind of cool. I want to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of River City. First of all, thank you so much for all the people that have liked River City. The whole team is just super excited to get it out to you. Episode 1, we're working on episode 2 now, and I am like we are fully into production with designing new characters, designing the scenes, more of the town. It's pretty awesome. We have some really exciting new characters coming. So anyway, so I wanted to jump right in and kind of show you I wanted to show you a little bit of like how we design the characters, how we kind of make a template of the different body types of the characters, and work on a new character. His name is Hammy or Hamilton. He's kind of a pig man. He's kind of a side character. So let's jump right into it. All right. So as you can see, we have Edwin. The way that Edwin is set up, let me move some of these things around here, is that we use these, you see these green dots. So we design all these characters in Adobe Illustrator, and then I take all the parts and pieces from the eyeballs to the pupils. Hold on really quick, that's a little loud. Okay, so we design all these characters in Adobe Illustrator, and then we take them into After Effects and we rig them using a plugin called Duik, and these dots represent their, so I can just show you. If you look closely, see these circles here? These are the joints to all the different movements of the body. So for all you aspiring animators out there, we're using Adobe After Effects to basically it's called rigging. So rigging, the hips to the torso, the arms to the chest, the head to the torso, and then the bone, let's say this thigh, is connected to this calf, or technically the calf's connected to the thigh, and then you would be able to do something like this. So let's say that I wanted to, rotate his leg. Since I'm still an Illustrator, I can't show you exactly what that rig would look like. Maybe the next episode. Also, real quick, we have a poll. If you go into the chat, you could see 5 of the main characters. We want to know what's your favorite, So, I'm trying to not make this an hour-long video, so that's why I'm kind of moving fast. So this is Edwin. You got Shmi, and you can see that he's a different body type. So if I take Edwin, let's just take some of these types of characters. This is Gloria. This is a brand new character. Obviously, she has a female body type. It's nothing but shapes. Ooh, whoops. But you can, you got Remus, and they all have different body types. Mace has a body type of his own. And then you got Gatekeeper, which is not a great reusable body type because he's wearing this big cloak. But with this new character, his name is Pigman. And Pigman kind of has I'll show you a little sketch that we did of him. So I'm thinking about using, this is scabies. Thinking about using his body type, just not as big. But this is kind of a sketch of Pigman. Pigman is this loaf, right? He's this guy that is, let's see. He has kind of a wide body. He's just a big pillowy type of character. And so, make sure that, okay. So, I have to ask the question, does he have the bigger belly or bigger hips, or shoulders? Like where is his weight where's his weight kind of controlled throughout his body? Is it more in the belly? Is it more in the head and neck? Is it more in the legs? That sort of stuff. And I haven't really even thought about a whole lot of what's special about this character. So what I want to do is kind of jump in and design him together. So I'm going to probably create 3 or 4 different faces, maybe different weights of his torso. Obviously I probably won't use his legs, because I want him to look so different than scabies, because I want scabies to feel unique. That I might take pieces and parts from other characters and create new parts. The other thing before we get started is, we've been trying to design the main villain, which is Daryle. And he's taken on many different looks. This is where we're at right now. I think there's a lot more work to do, but he's definitely more of a demon, kind of like this guy here. And he's kind of the main bad guy. I'm not going to go into too much detail on what that means or what his storyline is right now, because that's kind of what episode 2 and on is really about. But going back to this side character, Hammy, let's jump into it. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I can see them right here, or I can see them in my comment section, which is right here. So, let's get started, people. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for all the views, all of the subscribers. You guys are amazing. And again, my name is RC.Nelson. I'm with a studio called MattiBurns Creative Studio. I work with Alex and his team at Blind Cat Creations, and we came together and we created River City. And I am so excited if you haven't seen the first episode, you should definitely jump in and see it. It's climbing in views. I think we're at like 22,000 right now, and it's going, and it's continuing to make some great headway. and we're looking to get it up on, you know, all the streaming channels, and who knows where it could go. But we're completely going independent. We entered into all these festivals, film festivals, and won awards, and it's just been fun. But I personally want to invite you to join in on this process, because this is like creating the world from start to finish. And so, yeah, let's get into it. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to dismantle. I don't like how wide this character is. First, let's start with the head. Get rid of these arms and hands. Alright, we have this head here. Let's start here with the head. I'm going to create maybe 3 heads to start out with. I have to create, and then we need to always see our reference. So, obviously this guy, Hammy, has a pig nose. So I'm going to go ahead and just destroy this nose. I'm going to take off all of this for all 3, actually. Now, you want to be able to see the personality from the very beginning. You don't want to feel like you have to like put 1,000 pounds of detail on to kind of see what's going on. So the first thing I need to do is I need to kind of create. Let's see if there's. Well, I'm gonna have to create the nose. So to create the nose, I'm just gonna start with a circle. You want to make it as easy as possible. I'm going to start making that shadow. I'm going to probably lighten this up just a little. Since this is a side character, I don't have to be so unique. And this drawing is, you know, he has intense eyes here. It's not really about his intense eyes. It's just basically the idea of a pig man, just a slobbery side character that is just, I don't know, just gross, right? He's just there to show the different types of people groups or animal groups in River City. So he needs to feel a little gross. Because he's a little bit of a pig, I need to do the things to make him look and feel like a pig. And then I also have to make him just feel different than, say, scabies. So I'll change his head shape a little. It's a shadow underneath. And then, you know, this is where you kind of can get away with things. Like, I don't want to do the same type of hair that scabies has. But I am going to use my trusty Wacom tablet to start drawing to make him feel, you know, bring something special to him. I'm using a brush pack from True Grit. Brushes. Retro Supply. You got to think about what his hair would be. I would think it'd be kind of dark. I don't want to get into what his, like, I don't want to get into the color, but what is wrong with that? I designed the style of these eyes to have these kind of wrinkles, and with every character I kind of just change them. And So like, should he have like beady little eyes? Like I haven't really done eyes like that yet. And this, I like the idea of him having really far apart eyes. So it gives him like a much piggier face. I really hate this hair. We'll do this hair later. Because I'm, you know, I might not polish here today, but I will. Let's see. Basically get the basics set up. I also have this mouth here that I basically use for everybody. I like the idea. It's kind of cool. So you can see how like already this character's kind of taking on its own look. And then I could take and give him a really big forehead or a short forehead. Simplify this down so I can, these lines can be So let's just take this and see what it would look like if I made his eyes really big versus small. Because these guys are supposed to almost feel like they're mutated. Why? I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think so far? I mean, he looks strung out with these type of eyes. We did a poll. Let's see how I can get this. Everybody likes Remus the Blind so far. Well, there's a lot more characters coming, and that's kind of what we're working on now. How can we make this side character be your favorite? Obviously, you know, Edwin is the one we relate to, but it's Remus the Blind so far. And if you're just getting on, these green dots are technically joint positions. And I was kind of explaining it earlier that we rig all these characters up, and so you could see, like, in these arms, we have these circles. Basically everywhere there's a joint, and that's where the bone connects to. So the upper arm connects to the lower arm, connects to the hand, so on and so forth. I need an indicator to know where the center of that circle is. So we use these green markers. But yeah, Remus the Blind 100% so far. Yeah, I love Remus. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's go back. You know, and the people that are on, say hello. I'd love to get to know you. So, you know, and because I went and I looked at another character and it came back and you see these two characters again and you're like, you know, what's the plan here? Like, what's wrong with these guys? Because your eyes get used to seeing, or like they adjust to seeing and making something acceptable. But I already could tell that these feel like glasses. I don't really like that much. But that's why we're playing, you know? Learn to figure that out. I kind of like the ears higher. You know, we could do a test. We could take, like, this head and drop the ears really low. Like this. And all of a sudden, he becomes somebody different. And it's like, well, what if I like actual pupil? I mean, there's 1,000 things we can do. We can make him like blind. Well, we already have a blind character. But like, you know, he could be like this. He could be almost kind of like a zombie. And he's like, eh. Or, you know, you take just these guys. change the shape. Maybe it's all low. I don't like that. You know, just the fact that his eyes are off kilter a little bit is nice. You know, maybe like, so that's kind of a cool eye. That's what I like about these eyes. They're adjustable. This is kind of like the shadow underneath like his eyebrow. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna lose everything that I just created. You can see like, there he looks a little worried. I feel like we're getting there. So I have a question. I'm going to ask it right here in the chat. I'm going to ask you in person, or over here, but I need to know, the people that are watching, what do you like about the show? You know, like, because we're kind of designing this in front of you. We're kind of making decisions on the fly. We have an overall storyline, but what are your thoughts? Forget that question, that first question. What are your thoughts about where you think the show is going? What is River City? Where is it? I mean, we have it all scoped out. We're doing like a whole season, and I would like to see what you thought based on what you watched. So let me know your thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. All right, so this guy, you know, it's like we're gonna have to talk with Alex about the personality of this character. Is he a bully? Is he a scaredy cat? Like, is he really timid? Is he blank? You know, like this guy here seems like he's possessed. You know, this guy seems like he's like, and this guy, he's really concerned, and you know, this guy seems unfinished. But I think for right now, I'm gonna take him. He looks a little too, I want him a little more slobbery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys, put them here for the moment. I'm going to put, these two are losers. And I'm going to do versions of this guy. So he needs First thing is let's make his face longer. Like, what if he didn't have a chin at all? That was just him. So let's start there. See how they kind of feel different? All right, so let's start to see how these characters feel on a body. So let's take this body here and just make it overall smaller. Just give him a red shirt for right now. Make his extremities. Like these guy. Take these. Good. gonna take grave digger's legs. Make them small. Make these shorter legs. There we go. This feels a little hammy. And then we gotta use maybe Shmee's arms. Baby Murdock. Bend this arm a little. I feel like I'm just about done. I kind of like the no chin look. So, of course, this is just my first pass. But I feel like there's some good stuff here. I need to probably work on his hair. Maybe put a little, like, put a, paperboy hat on him or something. Like maybe he has a cigar. Maybe he looks too scared. He needs to look like meaner. That's that type of stuff. But, it was a good start. And we wanted to get back on after the holidays, and we wanted to personally thank you again for liking the show and, sharing it with your friends and all that kind of stuff. If you could do us a favor, leave us a comment, communicate with us. We want to communicate with you. And, we want to build this whole thing together. Just because it takes a lot of time to put out an episode. And, we're shooting for like early next year, but we'll see what happens. And, again, my name's RC.Nelson, and keep watching. All right, we are out of here. Peace out. Hey, go to rivercityshow.com to learn more. And please subscribe. Subscribe.